more mature members of the community. But,
well, it's for Brent Knoll. I suggest 240.
Yeah, I agree, because all the people that do the cooking and that's all their own time and their own.
It's for Brent
they
Knoll.
put a lot into it.
Samaritans, they want. So we're 100, 240. Samaritans.
I think given the fact that they've in effect saved us money because we agreed to pay for that signage. So, I was going to say, how much were we thinking of signage? It was a good couple.
there was several hundreds of pounds worth of
Yeah.
signs.
They were running to thousands actually,
Oh, okay.
because they use quite expensive signage.
Yeah.
Because Network Rail won't accept any cheap stuff.
Right. Well, I'm glad they're paying for it then.
250.
Contentious, but
Have we not done enough
for the community.
for the time being?
Yeah, I mean, you don't. I mean, in the first place, you're not obliged to use the whole budget, and it's entirely up to you.
Well, we spent.
Is it? I was
500,
just going to say, are
700.
we not supposed to be doing this for actual to go to actual charities?
That's any
So it's any
organisation.
organisation. Oh, okay, right, fine.
that has some involvement with the village in terms of either people who are benefiting from it or are supporting
So
it.
it's just a coincidence that the others are actual
How much
charities.
are the blinds
Let's
going to
think
cost?
of it.
I've no idea, Colin. I mean, all I know is that there are blinds up. I didn't realise they were temporary.
But
they do-
expensive, aren't they?
It depends
How
on
big a window is it?
They are big
Front.
ones.
The big ones, yes, the big ones.
Yeah.
So can I propose with regards to the community shop, we just divert this until next year? So these blinds they have at the moment are temporary, so we don't know what temporary means.
No.
And this is our 24-25 budget, so I'm assuming next year, which is in a few months' time, we may have
Yeah.
additional funding
That's
at that
a good
point.
idea.
Did they get
So-
a National Trust grant?
Still waiting. Apparently.
Yeah, we haven't, because we haven't heard
We
back
haven't
from the
heard
trust
either.
either.
So where's that Nuffield Trust? Is that from last year then?
That's not previous.
1750.
Yes.
Oh, so you haven't heard, oh no, because it's early. They probably haven't met yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So we parked community shop for the time being. So we've spent
690.
690.
690, so we're okay within our budget. Could I ask that we give something from our charity account then? So it comes from our charity account. 250, please.
And we're able to access it, okay now?
Yeah, technically, I guess the charity trustees would have to meet to ratify. But yes, if we did 250, I mean, the problem with the charities account, without going into too much history, if it goes back over 100 years, these charities were set up for the poor of the village, so that at Easter and at Christmas there were little handouts given to people who were
That would take us really close to our £1,000, which is all we've got left.
Yeah. That's why I'm suggesting keeps a bit of slack in case the shop wants something in the future.
The only thing I would say is if you're taking 250, you probably one of the others are probably more suited to the Brent Knoll Charities criteria than the others are.
But to be honest, even if we did it out of our main budget, we're still only around about 1,000. We've got 1,200 left in the budget, so we still
We
got a
had
couple of hundred.
1,000 left in the budget.
But we'll get the police section, which should be Flemish.
Do you think then we should take it out of the charity account?
Well, no, I'm just thinking that obviously the charity account has got some criteria attached to it.
It's
It's meant to be very much specific to local people.
Well, then I would suggest
Can I just clarify one thing though? We have got £1,200 left in the budget. We were forecasting that we were going to spend £1,000. So the forecast was we weren't going to spend the whole budget.
Yeah.
But we have got money left in there. So
well, if we did want to do specifically, then Meet and Eat is very specific to Brent Knoll, but it's not a charity, so that might be more difficult for the charities because we're basically paying the household.
Yeah, so it couldn't come out of the charities account, is what you mean, yeah.
again, technically it could.
It does-
It is benefiting.
It's
people of
benefiting,
Brent Knoll.
yes,
It
exactly,
doesn't
yeah.
actually, and it's doing
It
it
doesn't have to be
charity.
charity,
It doesn't-
yes.
no,
It's
it
just-
used to be given to individual people.
Then I would say swap them around.
Could I make a suggestion that we look at the charities account
Yeah.
for the forthcoming year to see whether that account has any relevance to us
Yeah.
now, because it's such an old, established, but the criteria has changed massively, hasn't it?
Yeah.
And whether that should be absorbed or whatever, it's just because it's a more difficult account to manage, certainly.
Well, if it does take it out of the normal one now,
So that would be
Yeah.
940.
then that'll, we'll still be alright, yeah, because there's 1,200.
I think it's a couple hundred quid to play with.
Yeah.
Between now and the end of
And
April,
yeah.
we needed something urgent.
Okay, my proposal then is £100 citizens advice,
Yeah.
£100 engaged,
Yeah.
£240 meet
Yeah.
meet needs, sorry.
Yeah.
Samaritans £250.
Yeah.
Community shop, we're just going to park it for the time
Yeah.
being until we know more, and £250 for cure parking
Yeah.
signs.
Okay.
Not directly to Andy.
No, this will be to the actual
But
charity.
he can show it. He can show
Yeah,
it in
exactly.
his
Yeah.
fundraising.
Okay.
Okay, is that?
So that's a proposal from Colin.
Seconded.
Seconded Charlie. All those in favour? That's unanimous.
Well,
Thank you for that.
Thank you very much.
What's the matter?
Nothing, yes,
So
it's fine.
from rolling out grants, we've got dog bin collection challenges.
Yeah, that was scary.
So we'll take it out of the,
Some that sort of donation. Owen, do you want to just?
Yeah, I sent you the sheet out which showed you what Somerset County sort of come up with. I mean, we're getting used to it now, so we have toilet blocks to go cleaning contract, of course. So at the moment we're paying £1,487. This is for 2 visits weekly to 5 locations. So 2 visits, 5 locations cost us currently £1,487 per year, plus obviously that, which is reclaimable. What they're proposing for 2025-26 is an increase to £6.50 a visit. So 2 visits, 5 locations, £6.50 a visit, which would cost us £3,380, which would be a difference of £1,892, which is short £2,000 basically, if we just did exactly as we've got now.
But that includes VAT though, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So-
That's over a 200% increase.
but they don't want the job, do they?
No, but other parish councils have all their dog bins on public land and they don't pay anything to have them emptied. East Brent have got all theirs on public land, so has Barrow. Barrow's got like something like 7 or 8 dog bins and they don't pay anything to get them emptied.
So who empties those then?
The council. But because they're on public land, ours are all on private land, so I suggest we get rid of all of them and reinstall them on private land. It doesn't stop people from, the fowlers are still,
Public land.
Family.
yes, the fowlers are still going to foul,
Mhm.
there's still dog money up and down the pavements. I would say-
We've only got the village green.
Well, I think we need to double check that what's happening with these other parishes, because this was raised at East Brent the other night, and I don't understand why they're not being charged. Because it was Sedgemoor, well, yes, because if Sedgemoor was the ones who originally introduced them, because it was the district councils that used to pick up the dog waste. Nothing to do with the Highways Authority, which was the county council. So the location of the bin was,
I see.
which parish it was in was the issue, not where it was. So there may well be a number of parishes that have been getting away with not paying.
Like when people did pay for their green bins for
Yes.
that year, yes.
But
Right,
so
can
we
we-
might need to just check.
Can we revisit then, so we all know the location of the 5
Yes.
bins, so.
So
Okay.
Here on the top, Boggy's Lane.
So that is on a public footpath just off the pavement.
Telephone exchange.
That is on the edge of the pavement.
Yeah.
So
Church
again, it's-
Lane outside of church.
Yeah. And that's on the highway,
Brent Street corner of Church Lane.
Yeah.
And Side Park.
which again is that's down by the footpath on the edge
Yes.
along the
French
verge.
Street and Corner.
Right, what about?
That's the one opposite the school. which
Oh
we
yes,
have
of course,
no-
which we relocated.
But again, that's on the verge, on the edge of the highway.
Yes, exactly, so it's not on private,
So no, none of them, I don't think any of us.
so it doesn't make any sense.
They're essential, the
Yes.
number of people.
Charlie.
So you turn around and said, this is the only way to get rid of it. Who is giving us this advice? Is Somerset County Council?
Yes.
Is there no, can you
Yeah,
speak to the
private,
clerks? Is there
private.
no other way we can go?
I have investigated 1 or 2 alternatives. Lipsham use a different facility. They don't want to take them on. They don't want any more. They're happy to carry on with Lynchams,
Yeah.
but they're not happy to take on one from us. So, and I spoke to one or two others, and they said, no, dog bin collections now are very hard to find suitable contractors for, because there's not a lot of money in it, you know.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously at the moment we're having them empty twice a week.
And they're not all full up though.
No.
Well, the one at Body's
When we
Lane
look at-
usually is, but I don't think the other ones are.
Doing
I was going to
it
say,
once a
should we
week.
do once a week?
And then see what happens. And if we need to up it, then we can look at upping it again.
Most people
But-
just hanging off bushes anyway.
What's the price once a week?
So it'll be half of the,
Do you know what?
So it'd be
I know they just
900
do that,
for
don't they, just lock it.
900
Yeah.
extra. Yeah, 900 extra.
shouldn't
1,800. If we just one visit a week,
yeah. So instead of it being 3,
3380,
it
it
would
would
be half of
be
that.
1,600 and whatever.
Which just near enough.
So, well, it'd be half, whatever's on there now, so it's half. Isn't it?
Why don't we just go down to once a week then?
So that
Well, we
you
can't
can,
afford to do it.
Yeah, that's the increase.
No, we can't.
Take it home?
That's the increase.
Yes,
So
take
the
it
increase would be
Yeah.
900.
And I think most responsible owners do it.
Yeah.
Well, to be honest with you, a lot of the dog waste gets put in
In the normal bins.
the normal bins,
Yeah, exactly.
particularly say in the car park.
Yeah.
It goes, and
And the one
also
on the corner
in the
by,
corner of
opposite you.
Hill Lane.
Yeah,
Yeah, that gets
yeah.
used.
Yes.
And so,
Or if not, you've got to swap the dog bins for.
For normal
Normal
bins,
bins.
exactly, stop the dog bins for normal bins. Some places you go, like around Cornwall and places like that, they don't have dog bins, they just have a normal bin.
Mhm.
And
Yeah,
it, and it says put your dog waste in here, so I mean, you know,
What's the impact of putting dog waste in with the normal bins aside from it getting
nothing, it's fine, it's
Goes to
fine.
nothing.
They generally don't get cleared
treated in the same
as
way?
often.
Yeah.
So the waste bins can be there for more than a week, and obviously in
Yeah.
summer
Yeah.
it can sit and bake.
Yeah.
That's the, and they don't have a lid, whereas the dog bins hopefully keeps the smell in
Yeah.
rather than
Oh,
it.
it's terrible when you open it, put
Yes.
the dog, put the bag in there and it's awful, isn't it?
But in the short term, do we go for the
Yeah.
once a week?
Let's go for
I
once a
propose
week.
one visit a week.
I'll second that, yeah.
Okay.
It's not much different to that.
And we just need to keep an
Yeah.
eye on it and see how it
Yes.
goes.
Yeah.
There might be certain locations that are more busy than
Exactly.
others.
We can't afford everyone that's just cutting to what they're doing.
Yeah, exactly, yeah, we've got to, I think that
Okay.
makes sense.
So we've had a proposal, we go once, we have the collection once a week. All those in favour, please show. Okay.
Most heated discussion.
We'll carry on looking into it.
Yes. Okay, matters of consideration. Anything else on the toilet bill updating shop project?
But just, the only thing I've got is a decision on the shop signage, that was the only thing
I
I
guess.
We've been asked whether they put the shop sign up where you've got the double doors on the left-hand side, which was a sign I think they had up before, didn't they?
Yeah, so you remember on the actual porter cabin, there was a sign with a logo on it which said community shop.
Yeah.
I was asked to contact the planning department to see if you needed planning permission to do a sign on the shop. The plan was originally, as Owen said, to put the sign to the left of the door on the brick wall. Planners have come back and said that would need planning permission, but if you put the sign above the door in the apex area, that doesn't require planning permission because
I
it
do
meets the
think
regs.
we need signage. So I've lots of visitor over Christmas. I said, "Oh, have you seen the new big shop? Oh, where is it?" And
Yeah,
I
it's
think
not-
that we really need to.
strangers.
I'm just thinking, look at Mark Village Shop. That's got massive signage, and that will attract passers by.
And on top of that, the reason why they have to ask us anyway is because part of the lease is they can't do anything to the building without coming to the parish council and getting our permission to do
It was
it.
important to maintain that.
Yeah.
Flashes on.
Well, I'll propose that they might put it in.
If there was a light, it would need planning permission.
Yeah.
Just,
Jane, it needs bulbs around
yeah,
it.
that's what it means, yeah.
So you would,
I'll propose that they put a sign up where it's legal to.
I will second that.
all those in favour, please show. That's the carriage job.
There's nothing else I'm aware of that we need to discuss.
Can I just make one concession? This is really for Jane. I don't know because you're on with the parish with the community shop. They used to have the kind of flappy sign. Is it like they can stand up near the road and always just get blown up? is there anything if they, and this is something for us to discuss, so at the top first, if there was some signage that we wanted on the green area, the one that's just got all the grass growing, that's something I would like to consider if the shop wanted to do that, because I obviously wouldn't necessarily have planning permission, because it's like putting a bench or something like that.
No, it'd be the same, they would have to come to us and
Yeah.
ask permission.
I wonder if that's worth speaking to them about.
Because I think, in effect, that's where the A-board sign is now,
Yes, yeah,
so.
the board sign gets blown over all the time. I think it's maybe something permanent. With maybe,
I think again, once you make it permanent, that's when
Yeah.
you start to need permission.
okay,
Yeah.
right, okay.
Be moved every so often.
The wind
Yeah.
The wind does that. Okay.
Oh my lord.
On your lawn.
I went there a lot better.
You're not going to go in for a tractor.
If there's nothing else on the shops, so,
I mean, that can come off the agenda now, it's
Yes.
down to the shop one now.
Yeah. next out is play area upgrades and quotes, which is nothing further on that. We're waiting for that to now come through with some dates.
Yeah.
Grants to consider, I don't think there's anything under that, that's all in hand. And the safety matters, there was something raised by GB
Yeah.
Sports,
Yeah.
again, on the mother, which
Yeah.
I think we were going to ask GB Sports to actually make sure it was just rectified. If